Hello, everybody. It's me again. It's Tuesday. Yeah, I was waiting for some ideas, waiting, and then I was like, okay, let's talk about 10%. People say, what is 10%, but I will explain what I see as 10%. Uh, Maybe this is not connected with some psychic abilities or mediumship or whatever. So definitely this is something maybe of the topic from this channel, but I would say still important for our lives, for something that is going on in our lives, something that actually push us further from where we are right now. So what means this 10%? Actually, I don't support any I'm not like a fan of some religions or whatever, because I just think that something is bigger than us. I call this universe, some people call this God, some people call this Krishna, Allah, whatever you call this, it's up to you. I call this universe, but like in Holy Bible, there is like mentioned that like this 10% you have to give 10% for like a charity, or that you just give this away from you. Why? This is connected with actually with how your universe sees stuff. So when you give, then you get back. So when you give 10%, then you're open for even more. So it's like every single time that you give, you get like 10 times more back. So when you give 10%, then you can get 100 back. This is not correlated only for money. This is correlated for everything. So when you give love, you will receive love. When you give good thoughts, you will receive good thoughts. When you give help to others, you will receive help from others. It's always like that. That giving means receiving. Giving 10% is receiving, let's say, 100%. So if you want to receive more, you just give more. Why a lot of rich people donate a lot? Because they know how actually stuff works. They know about this 10%, they know about this giving away, because when they give away somewhere else, this is just coming to your place. um, I like that I always give a lot out of me, from money, from these free readings that I offered yesterday. I still have to do six of them. Yeah, two already checked, six of them still. You know who you are, who you will get these free readings. But anyway, so when I give free readings, then I just get money from somewhere else. It's always like that. So it's like uh, when you are giving something that maybe it's connected somehow with some other energy, like I don't know, when you give a hug to someone, like some close friend or maybe relative, then you will receive in love area, in romantic love, much more. So it's like that everything is like 10 times more, 100 times more, even 1000 times more you get back. When you give people ideas, what they should do, so other people will give you ideas what you have to do. So it's always like that. So that whatever you are giving, you are receiving. It's really hard to say, okay, I give like 10% of ideas, I encourage 10%. This is not something that you cannot measure, but things that you can measure, try to put it like 10%. It's like this 10% is like crucial moment for universe. They say, okay, if he gives this, then he or she, then this person really deserves to get back even more. you know but be aware that also your negative stuff is actually working against you. So when I don't know, maybe you have a company and you do not pay your people enough, so you're taking them this 10%, you will lose much more in some other projects or wherever. So this is also important, that you will not receive if you do not give enough. So if you are greedy, this will definitely hit you back even stronger. But when you are really like humble, when you are kind, when you know why you are giving, then definitely you will receive back a lot. I have a friend, and actually I decided, okay, every single month I will give you something, like for your support. He's also a sportsman, he's ultra marathon runner, and at the beginning this has been something crazy for him, because in his whole career he never received like a cent, well, not like I don't know, 10 or 50 euros, And then when I called him first time, he was been shocked, and when I give him even bigger shock, Then second month, it was been still, why is this, And then finally he accepted. He said, okay, so right now we meet every single month, and we just have a, I don't know, one drink, and then give him this, and he just accept this, and he's like, yeah, okay, thank you so much for this. And then when I came home, bang, I have a reading that I didn't plan, or people just arrange readings or whatever, or maybe my father called me, please do this for me, and he paid me for this or whatever, So definitely, when I start to give him, I start to receive much more back, I also give to some other groups some money, not just me, but also my fiance. Usually she finds these people, and we just donate, sometimes anonymously, so that people just don't. I said people don't want to know from where this money comes. I just give, and that's it. And this is actually helping us to start to receive even more and more and more and more, so that you become more open for more. This is not created only for money, as I said, also for all other stuff. So when you offer some kind of support, or when you give some people like, yes, I'm here for you, then you receive this from some other areas, some other people, someone else who will help you. I really like encourage people. Right now I just speak with my really good friend. She's from New York City, and I encouraged her last 9 months, listen, you have to quit your job, because this is not good for you. You know where you can go. And she finally said, yeah, listen, I will quit this month. I saw that like at the beginning of this year, but she couldn't believe me, because she couldn't see results from some other, and so I really encourage her, listen, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And she really appreciate that. And she actually support me back, she's like, yeah, if you want that help, that I can build you a web page, no problem. I said, okay, listen, I have a friend who can do this, but maybe I will ask her for this also. So it's not only that I read for her, that I can see future for her, but also like that I encourage her, listen, you have to do this, because this is your path, not daily job. Sometimes she cannot understand me, not just that I don't know. Yeah, she understands me, but sometimes when I write down something and she's like, "What do you mean about that?" It was really funny, because she's like asking me, "Where do you see that like money will come?" But I didn't write down where. I just write down how much, And then she's like, "But I was asking where," and I told her, "Listen, it's not important from where money comes. It's important that it comes, So when you start to focus on where money will come, this is wrong. Just allow to happen, and that's it. And funny thing, sorry for this, you know who you are. I will not speak about your name right now here, but I know that who you are. uh, at the beginning, she paid me exactly the amount that I charged her. Lately she found out this tip that is really like common in the States, so I really appreciate this. I don't know, maybe 10-15% that she's giving more. This is also something that I want to teach people, not that they pay me more, but what kind of attitude you show to the universe. So when you pay this tip, when you give more to others what they charged you, you just explain to universe, you're just giving universe the sign, listen, I have more than enough that I can really pay much more that this service is actually worth for. So I'm really proud of you right now, not because of these few bucks, but because you made this click further. I know who you are, and I believe that when you will see that, maybe you will laugh, but anyway, I really appreciate you also back, but we will speak about that sometimes later. So definitely you have to be aware what kind of energy you're sending, so when you give this, let's say 10%, 15, 20, it doesn't matter. The more you give, the more you can receive. And then just be open for many other opportunities, so when maybe you need some people who will help you, I don't know, to build your home, to maybe to guide you somewhere, to be your guidance, to be your teacher. First, be this to someone else, so maybe you have to build house for your pet, and then someone else will build you a house. Why? Because you always get multiple times back. uh, if you want maybe to get a car, if you want to buy your car, maybe you have I don't know, a kid, or maybe cousin, or whatever, or nephew, and actually you can buy this small car to this kid, and actually maybe someone else will buy your later car, or you just receive enough money that you can buy your car, your dream car. It's always like that, when you receive multiple times back, find a way how to show this to universe. Listen, I have right now like this 10%, to give me, not give me, but I know that I deserve this, maybe 100 back, or maybe even more. So whenever you give, do not give that you will receive, but give because you have. This is crucial. I do not give because I know that I will receive. I just give because I feel that I have to give this away from me. That I'm proving myself. Energy is flowing. It's like really, like all the time. It goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. When people stop this, of course, also income will stop. Maybe not totally. You will receive exact numbers, exact amounts, but no improvement. All this improvement will be really slow. But when you are showing universe that you are in the flow, that you are just open for this, that money flows out of you, that you do not stop it, of course, universe will say, okay, no problem, more and more and more and more. Not just money, all types of energy, ideas, support from others, love. When you maybe give advice to someone, what kind of health advice, how they should maybe take care for their bodies. Of course, university this, and then university will drive you some people who will maybe help you to achieve this. Today was really funny because I give some ideas to people how they can lose weight, how they can start live more healthy life, and today in training, maybe it's not so much connected, but definitely it is. So whenever I train alone, so I don't have group of people who will train with me, or I'm too fast or I'm too slow, so like I'm in the middle. Damn. And then my coach, actually, he trains right now. He has two clients. One client is a female, and she will run next year in Tokyo in Summer Olympics. So she's like really like the top of the top. Maybe she's like top 30 or top 25 in the world, And then her boyfriend, he's just like usual runner, and he wants to achieve something, And some trainings, as my coach told me, this guy is making much, much better, But sometimes he cannot run like half of what I can do, So it's like double standards, of, if I can say so, And actually these two, so this girl with she will run on Summer Olympics, and then him will come here in Slovenia because they are from Hungary. And my coach was like, yeah, you know what? So next week maybe you will have a sparring partner, so you will have someone who will run with you, So definitely this help that I'm giving to people, listen, you have to do this, you have to do this, eat healthy food, maybe do some training, blah, blah, blah. Right now I'm getting back with help of this sparring partner, so that this guy will run with me, It is much, much easier to run with someone, especially if you're approximately on the same level, If you're not, you can still find some kind of help, I discussed with my coach today, and he said, okay, we compared what kind of training I have like in Tuesday and next Friday, and he's like, yeah, okay, maybe we can do like this. So definitely he said, listen, I will find a way that you will run together. So definitely I will get this support from this guy, and also I will help him. So it will be like a win-win situation. So definitely, again, I'm getting back what I seed, So when you seed good, your harvest much better. Think about that. So yes, when I mentioned this Holy Bible, so in Holy Bible it's like mentioned that you have to give your 10% of income. If you look back in all churches, like Christian churches, that's like in the past, yeah, give 10% of your income, like that you support. That you support church or whatever, and then of course these people was been getting back from the nature that they had enough food or everything. So uh, Holy Bible teach us also about this. If you know how to read Holy Bible, so if you know how to accept this knowledge, if you just ignore this, yeah, a lot of people still have a lot of so good life, and either way that they do not give this 10%. But I would say that actually universe is taking away this 10% from them. So if I look I don't know, my brother, I will not say that he's greedy. He just don't think that way, that he has to give something. But lately I definitely find out that if he has something like extra, like not a lot, he's always giving my daughter something. It's like, yeah, he's like 4 coins, and that's like, listen, Tomasz is his name. This like really like small coins like this, 1 to 5 cents, and he's like, yeah, I don't collect this one, I collect the bigger ones. I was like, yeah, really. And then also my father, he gives a lot to my daughter, so I'm saying, okay, right now they're giving to her this, not 10% but something, and this, with this they also show the universe, okay, we have more than enough. But before that, they didn't give nothing away from them, as I know. Maybe only like in restaurants that they paid more. And what happened, like especially my brother, he has a lot of problems with his car. Right now he has to repair this, and then right now he has to repair this, and he couldn't receive a raise for like 5 6 years. So this was been his, let's say, punishment. And then I compare myself. I do not work last 12 years, and I had it more than enough all the time. Maybe 1 month it was like crucial that I mentioned this in my book. But anyway, so we all the time have it. So universe take care of us, for me, and to my family. And not because of my not because only of my mindset, but also because of that I always give. It has been like that either way, that maybe there has been not so much more, I still give a lot for free. Or this was been readings, or some kind of advice, or some kind of guidance, or that I did something for people because they didn't know how to do this, I did this for them, and that's it. And of course, the most important thing that you have to give and share is love. So in love, you cannot say, I give this 10% more. No, it's more like that you just give. So when you give, you receive. There's so many people right now who really like love me because what I'm doing. And this is something that really proves me, okay, you are good at this, you are on the right path with this. So this is this additional 10% and more than 10%, more than 100% that I'm receiving back from people who really likes me, who really like enjoy be with me on this path, and this is amazing. So this 10% that I'm giving is really like multiple times receiving back, and this is something that counts the most. Of course we are living, of course or unfortunately we are living in this material world, so that we need money for living, but also this will come to you. Also this will be in your life when you will start give something. It's like also people say, but I don't have a lot, I barely feed my family. I said, listen, at least maybe you have this spare few cents and give this to the poor people. Or maybe when you finish lunch and there is still something in your plate, pack this and maybe take this to, I don't know, to someone who you see on the street and this person do not have for eat, you know. Think about that. Or just, I know it sounds crazy, maybe you can invite these people to your place. Listen, I cannot give you money, but I can give you maybe one meal or something, if we are on that page, you know. So definitely there is always what you can give to charity, what you can give to people, you know. If not, if you cannot give this, give them at least like nice words, give them support, give them maybe some ideas what they can do, how you can help them with um, some guidance or whatever, you know. So it doesn't mean that you have to give them money, you know. You have some kind of your expertise and you can share this, you know. So I remember when I didn't work and I have some income, but definitely like I was doing some tutorials, you know, and when I saw some families that they didn't have enough money, I said, listen, okay, I will give like 4 or 5 hours for free, you know. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I said, it's okay, you know, because when I do tutorial, when I teach people some mathematics or statistics or accounting, it doesn't matter. I do not spend money for this, so I do not have any costs, so I can give also this for free. And when I start to give this for free, a lot of new clients come to me. Yes, I want that you teach my son, I wanted to teach my daughter. Okay, no problem. So all this came back later with multiple times, you know. So it's always like that, that you have some skills, should give these skills maybe to also to others, you know. If you are like really good in hairdressing, yeah, do some for free, that you will receive new clients who will pay you much more than maybe you ever thought that you can charge, you know. Think about that, and of course you will start to open your channels and open your wallet to receive more and more and more and more and more money. Think about that. So definitely I believe that what I told you today makes sense, that you have to maybe change some attitudes towards some people, towards you, towards universe, and then when you will make these changings will really like bring you a lot of joy, a lot of fun, a lot of encourage that the journey that is in front of you will be even more amazing. This video will not be so long, but anyway, better this than nothing. Give me some topics, give me some ideas what I should talk tomorrow. Pick a letter. Thursday, I need something for Thursday, because in Friday I will have some free session. I will see what is this week. Maybe just free messages. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, we will find something. So definitely have a blessed day. Be safe. We will speak soon. And yeah, share love, receive love. Share money, receive money. Share ideas, receive ideas. Bye bye.